Alright, what's going on, everybody? We're back for another Dark Souls 3 episode. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Recording this a little bit in advance. Alright, so this area has got a multitude of shortcuts. It's almost infuriating getting through here. We're gonna go up this way to collect a weapon. Don't mind those guys, they're basically worthless. Right. Wow, I'm surprised one shot didn't kill it. But yeah, it's only worth 20 souls a piece. And they respawn, so I mean, if you're really that desperate, you can farm here. Alright, these two items are going to set off a trap. Yeah, that's the dangerous part. And since we don't have a torch right now, this is gonna suck a little bit. So when we get the first shortcut, we're gonna go back and buy a torch. Because basically, if you get grabbed by one of these guys, or their lesser evolved cousins down there, they will bleed you out 3 times. But if you equip a torch, you are able to burn the maggots and worms that you see off. Here's one of those other white birches I was talking about, where the giant will start raining down arrows to help you out. Alright. So, the first shortcut is right here, basically. Go down a little ways, kick this ladder, slide down. I'm gonna say, hope we don't get noticed by that thing, but as you can see, super weak to fire. Okay, we are going to do some collecting before we go back to the bonfire. There's that. Guy's not so scary now. Titanite shard. Now, no matter how slowly we approach him down here, he is going to notice us. It's just like he's got a sensor on his back end. Way to deal with them is just burn them alive. Alright, and there's one more of those things to kill. And it's through this crack here. And then we can pick up a ring that increases our poison resistance. It's been a couple of days since I've recorded. Okay, so we've got an Estus shard and an undead bone shard we can use. Alright, so we're doing pretty well. Alright, and this drops us back into here, which gives us access to the bonfire again. We're at a +1, so we need 2 more Titanite shards. One more.
How?
Maybe. Sell that off.
Jeez, what?
Reinforce.
Pretty be careful.
Welcome. Ashen Wand.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, and... she usually... yeah, there we go. Does a cutesy little twirl if you do certain gestures at her.
Welcome home, I shall speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then touch the take nourishment fruit.
Basically work those two up together now. Burn our undead bone shard so we don't forget about it before traveling back to the cleansing chapel. And this guy's just gonna talk basically every time. Like I said before, it's best to avoid going to the DLC for at least another 30 to 40 levels. Oh, we didn't buy the torch, but that's actually okay, because our time dealing with maggot spewers is basically over. Got this guy up here, and if we just run when he was down there, we can get back to this ladder, which allows us to skip all the maggoty enemies. And while yes, you do see a red X on our shield, technically we are not strong enough to use it, but that means, like, we're not strong enough to attack with it, because, like, you can two-hand your shield, or put a shield in your attack hand and, you know, beat people with it, but as far as defenses go, it still works defensively, its attack power is weakened. Why they did that, and gave shields the options to attack, I'll never know. Okay, so that white mist that just got us. Thank you, buddy. Basically, they hit us with, I think it was an Undead Hunter charm or a dual charm. Yeah, the Undead Hunter charm. Prevents Estus recovery within a limited time. So basically, while we have the white smoke on us, we can't use our Estus at all. There are a few more annoying instances of that in this game, but for the most part, it's not a huge problem. It can be worked around fairly simply. So this guy won't normally attack us until we get on the upper path. But I do qualify that with normally, because these guys are a real pain. Another Flamberge guy. Cool, we can upgrade our Pyromancy Flame. Yeah, normally guys like that would just funnel off. But apparently there's a glitch that doesn't let these specific ones fall like that. I hate these guys. So, just they drive me up a wall. That item, if you want to get it, you can, but it's a trap. There are a couple of the small thralls waiting to attack us. Oh, yeah, because they're not aggroed, we can't target them. No, they are. Got a suicide bomber, which is fine. Evangelist.
Oh, cleanse the bastard's curse.
Yeah, you don't want to hug from the Evangelist.
Come to me.
And we got one more hollow back here. Yeah, that's... I'm not entirely sure where that one just came from. But we can pick up more of our own. There's nothing else this way. So, this area is full of gimmicky crap. So if you set foot by that opening there, you'll spring a trap of like 2 or 3 thralls. Come on, buddy. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good gimmick trap setup, but Dark Souls ones are way less forgiving than most. See what I mean? And if you look up here, you can see what I meant about that item over there being a trap, and there's actually one on top of that roof, right? Basically where our head's at. And then there's more in here. There's also a guy right here that'll get up and throw an undead hunter charm at us if we let him. I'm gonna ignore that guy for now. Come up here. And I guess we're springing the trap. Although now it's our own personal kill box. Ooh. Oh well. Yeah, and it's not an item I've ever even actually used. I'm gonna swap this back on. These things are annoying, but you can read their tells. They're not too bad. Grave Wardens. You can pick up their clothes and their swords, but they're not really worth it. Ooh. I mean, it is a fairly solid hit when they get to it, and the blood loss is something to be concerned about. See what I mean? But that's okay. If you want to kill yourselves and give me some free souls, I'm fine with that. Another dude that if you try to open that door will, attack. Now, this area... Trappy. Around the corner to the left is one of them big guys. Yeah, one of them guys with a great axe. say one or two drop from above, too, after you pick this up. But I may be wrong. It's been a while. Okay, I was wrong. So then, we come into the actual Cathedral of the Deep. And while that guy looks intimidating, he's harmless. There's actually two giants. Oh yeah, and the return of our old friend, the Slimes. Deacons. Why did you pick him? Alrighty. So, now, we come over here, we hit this and go down, and we've unlocked shortcut number 2. After we come over and open this gate, and then open the door on the chapel here. Alrighty. Alright, so this next part, you just want to run. Because while I did say the giant is harmless, that's harmless when you're fighting him. Not when he's an environmental hazard. Yeah, like that. We forgot to go upgrade our pyromancy flame. That's okay. Here we have another mimic. So, we're not going to challenge that guy directly. Instead, there are a couple of thralls here. For sure, that guy would try to ambush us. Had we tried to go pick a fight with that Cathedral Knight. Be careful coming over here. Picking up that miracle. Ooh, we did get him. Just barely. Yeah, and that plunge took only half of his health. Where's the thrall? Get him out of the equation. There we go. That didn't do so bad. We're gonna go up one more time. because I don't know if you can hear that clinking sound. But we got another evangelist up here and an ember, and embers are nice. Okay, so this one we can kind of ambush. Ouch. Ooh, that's no bueno. Alrighty then. Can't say I'm overly surprised, but not how I pictured that going in my head.
Merciful goddess.
Wouldn't be surprised if this whole episode is just this cathedral area. The boss of the cathedral doesn't normally get me. I don't know why he's gotten me twice in a row now. But the boss of the cathedral area is honestly probably the easiest boss in the game. Like, they're just a joke. They do have kind of a neat gimmick of sorts, but nothing spectacular. Their attacks do essentially less than no damage, though. I forgot we have this equipped. And reasons like that are why we keep the spook spell around. Oh yeah, we gotta upgrade our flame eventually. Okay. So, we've beaten all the thralls, we've beaten the knight. But, unfortunately, they do respawn, so let's deal with them again. Just for kicks. That would have been an embarrassment I don't think there's any way back from. Died to a thrall. It does seem odd how often we are getting an Estus restored. I'm not entirely sure, like I've said before, what constitutes us getting one back, or what the deal with that situation is. It's just bizarre. Oh, you are. Come on, buddy. Stop turtling. I said stop turtling, I didn't say start hitting. Yeah, when his weapon glows like that, he drops little miracle bombs, basically, every time it makes connection with the ground. And it does extra damage. Oh, now he just buffed his defense. Defensive buff does not last very long. Okay. So next, we come in here. That thing right there is about to drop. It is vicious. Getting bit will build up your curse meter. It can spew fog at you to build up your curse meter. Yeah, that stuff. Easiest way to deal with it is to abuse the fact that it can't come through the door. There are a couple of these in game. And they're both just as annoying and dealt with the exact same way. So then we come up here. Got a couple of thralls to the left. One on the ground. One waiting to ambush. Oh, yeah, and those statues can spew poison. Some of them. Which is wonderful. Got another thrall here. So if you're embered coming through here, you will get an NPC invasion. We are not embered, so we will not be seeing it. So, yeah, this sludge here just makes you move real slow. Basically, his only threatening attacks are if you get caught by the stomp. Beyond that... Oh, and he has support from above, because for some reason the crossbow guy up there is able to hit us. this giant and the other one do not respawn. So they're not something you really ever have to worry about. They typically drop dung and occasionally, yeah. I don't know if the large titanite is occasional or if it's a guaranteed drop. I don't pay that much attention, if I'm being honest. There are 2 more shortcuts to unlock for this area. This is not one of them. Just saying that now. This is just, you know, some items to come collect. Move a little faster through the sludge with rolling, but not much faster. Over here are 3 thralls, I believe, and a cathedral knight. 1 thrall right there, and the other 2 are following the cathedral knight. Yeah. Actually, that one doesn't even have a purpose, thinking about it. That's okay. Oh, he saw us. Oh well. Just hoping to spook sneak up on him, but this works too. If you are lucky, they will drop their set for you. What are we at? 2. Yeah, we can come over here real quick. So this one has got slimes in the sludge as well. His aggro distance is a little bigger than the other one. Basically, as long as you don't touch his sludge, he won't mess with you. But eventually we have to go in there. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. This one also doesn't have a purpose. It's just force of habit at this point to hit it. There's also that wriggling worm guy up there that'll come down to fight you when you assault the giant. But fortunately, he's weak to fire as well. Slimes are, so they're not really a big problem. bother with one of the shortcuts. Because honestly, at this point, it makes more sense to just push for the second one that I said we could get. This is a decent light armor set. And I believe you get the twin hammer weapon with it here. Yeah, the Drang hammers. And a Pale Tongue. So Pale Tongues come in handy if you want to reallocate your levels. We're going to go around just because we are completely out of Estus right now. And I don't feel like fighting a bunch of people right this minute. So we come up here to open this, and we have the main door of the cathedral open. There's the Warden Twin Blades. So, we'll run back to our bonfire this way. Hopefully avoid making Wormy Boy mad. Bonfire, travel back to Firelink real quick, because I believe we can upgrade our axe, and I know we can upgrade our flame, as well as get a level or two.
Ashen?
Just good, wasn't he?
Yep.
Pretty big.
So, both of our weapons upgraded a little bit.
Well, very well. Then Tuthig Nook.
And we can actually get 3 levels. There are a couple of pyromancies that I want us to use later on in the game that require a 20 in our intelligence. So when we've got extra, we're gonna work that up a little bit,
Ashen One.
because they are very strong. It's really left. Okay. There's 2 more things that we can do. Anybody that watched the Dark Souls stream is going to be familiar with a character that we're going to very soon. So,
I know. It's me, Siegfried of Katarina. I'm loath to admit it. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you? Oh, not to worry. An old tenant of the night, and
so basically, Onion Bro has been kicked down a well. Any guesses as to the culprit? So, now there are a couple of options for helping him. Those options being we can either kill the thief, or we can let the thief pull a fast one on us, and then purchase the armor set off of him to give it back. And our merchant friend in Firelink, Grey Rat, that we got from the High Wall area. Yeah, because there's the thief. Anyway, the next time he wants to go out to find items for his shop, unless you do one of two things, he will die. But you can recover his ashes and give them to the handmaidens, who will continue selling his stuff. Me personally, I don't send him out at that point, because I feel bad enough for him anyway, and I like to see Onion Bro's quest all the way through. That's just all there is to it.
I am a knight of Katarina. I've managed to track down this cathedral's store of treasure. It's right over there. Treasure?
Yeah, basically he wants you to go over here, and then once you get halfway, he's gonna lower it. And then you have to do this whole convoluted climb through the rafters to the upper part of the cathedral to get it, to bring that back up so you can walk across. The only thing of value up top really is a blessed gem, which we can always go back and get later. And about the only reason to use a blessed gem in this game is to get the trophy for all infusion types, which I've already collected, so we're just gonna attack.
Well, now it's my turn. I'm unbreakable, Patches. Nobody can crack me. What in
Nobody
hell?
can crack you, huh? Yeah. In that armor, he's basically got the poise of a god, and he heals several times. It's just an endurance fight. There we go, he's out of heals. Good Lord. I'm used to him being a pain, but for some reason he's dumber than usual right now. Which is fine. I'm not annoyed at all. I'm just amused, mostly. If you let him live, he does become a merchant at Firelink, selling poison arrows and stuff. Or his ashes that you just picked up, you can go take to the Shrine Handmaiden, and he will sell his stuff. Seems like a win-win either way you look at it. These worms with the staff can shoot magic at you. That guy over there, he's not interested in fighting at all. And you can't talk to him or anything. But killing him gives us the red sign soapstone. Huh. I just realized I don't think we've picked up the white sign soapstone. Which is fine for this playthrough, because basically the white sign soapstone is how you leave your summon sign for other players online. And actually, I think you have to have it for your sign, or for other, like, real players' signs to be seen. This is Rosaria. You can talk to her to join her covenant. You can talk to her and offer her pale tongues, which allow you to respec your points and attributes. You can do it 5 times per playthrough per character. But with the way our build is right now, there's no point in doing it. Okay, so now we are going to challenge the boss. And there are 2 summons that we can actually bring in. I always thought there was only 1, but the last time I played this game I realized, oh, there's 2. And if we just simply run up this way, we'll only draw 1 Cathedral Knight. Our good friend Henri. Ooh. Ow. And their friend Horus the Hushed. Henri is kind of like this game's equivalent to Solaire, in a way. Because, you know, Solaire was Knight of Astora, Henri is of Astora. And yeah, looks intimidating with a bunch of deacons, but basically an advanced game of hot potato. Just find the one that has the glow, beat the snot out of them, and wait for the glow to come back after, I think, 5 of them. Actual boss appears. Ouch. Huh. There we go. Oh, of course it had to pick one of them. That one. this is the actual beacon of the like this game's version of the Pope. Although less off-putting. And yes, the boss can heal thanks to his acolytes. Straight back into this more. Problem solved. Looking at the time, that literally took 120 seconds of our time. Which is actually a long time compared to how long this fight normally lasts me. So that is the Cathedral of the Deep, all taken care of, wrapped up in a nice little bow. Like I said, there is an upper part, and we may come back to it, but there's really no point in going up there.
Well, speak. Very well, then taken. Farewell, Ashen One.
Oh, we spoke
So
before.
then
I'm
to
well pleased to see you safe. We reached the man-eater that was
advance
uphill and so
Henri's quest.
old appearance.
We gotta talk to them here. And, you know, Horus still just grunts at us. So, with the Deacons of the Deep Soul, we can either make this spell or get their candlestick. Both a sword and a catalyst. I never use it. This was from the Crystal Sage, the Curse-Rotted Greatwood, Crystal Sage again. So we haven't actually collected the soul that would allow us to unlock that. But it is a decent fire weapon. We have nowhere near the strength for it, and it's a great axe, so it's slow. Here's Vort's great hammer that I've mentioned, a spear that we can get, a fist weapon, and then Pontiff's left eye, which also comes from Vort. Just showing that basically there's nothing really that we would want for this build so far.
Gracious and almost. Oh, I'm sure.
Basically, she just jokingly accused us of murdering Patches, which, I mean, we did. But we do get 20,000 souls for selling that off. Let's make sure there's nothing else super... Forget that counts as an axe, and that's a great axe. Yeah, pretty much we can get rid of this. We do need to keep Onion Bro's armor for right this minute, because we're actually going to run back and go give it to him.
Welcome. Very well.
And then we're going to come back here, and that's where we will wrap up the episode. So we'll throw a point there and a point there. Just to kind of work stuff up. Yes, the rejoice. Okay. We will not be seeing him again for a while, but you know what? We're not gonna go back to Firelink. We're gonna go to the other one. We're actually gonna go here because that is the closest spot to progress for our next zone. Because in the next episode we should be taking on our first Lord of Cinder. But thanks for tuning in, and I will see everybody next time.